Well, new research says children of working mothers are just as happy later in life as the kids of stay-at-home moms. Phew. 71% of employed women in the U.S. have children ages 18 and younger. A new study led by a Harvard University professor found daughters of working moms are more likely to advance in their own careers. And when the sons of working moms started their own families, they spent 50 minutes more each week caring for them. CBS News contributor Jodi Kantor is a correspondent for the New York Times. Jodi, you're also a mother of two, and your youngest daughter, Violet, is here in the green room with you. A perfect example of you juggling two different jobs.
Tell us, because Violet normally doesn't come with you.
No.
Exactly.
And tell us more about what this research shows, because it makes me relieved. Obviously, my mother, a working mother as well, and she's relieved too. A lot of mothers out there are.
Well, in some ways, it confirms what intuitively we've already known in our own lives, which is that these kids turn out just fine. But the headline, in certain ways, is actually what happens to the sons of working mothers, because it turns out that this has a transformative effect on their lives. Not so much on their employment, but on their personal lives, on who they choose as a partner and the time they spend in their own household and with their own kids.
Because they see and mirror what their mother does, right? And they respect a woman who can be a mom at home for them, obviously, but also they respect what she does during the day.
They tend to conduct much more equitable home lives when they become adults.
Right. And there's the relations with young women who choose to work outside the home. They have, if their mother worked outside the home, they tend to do that more too. Is that right?
And that's also the pattern in general at large. I mean, this is tracking a generational change in which women have flooded into the workplace. And the matter of working outside the home is a matter of choice, but also necessity. When a mother leaves her children to work, she's providing for those children. She's taking care of them just in a different way than she would be by staying at home.
But Jodi, mom guilt is a real thing. I think that if you're a working mother and you see mothers who are staying at home, you're thinking, well, maybe they have the kids are better off because mom is home all day. And you certainly feel judged, and sometimes in a negative way. What did the study say about that?
Well, well, first of all, it offered some relief and said essentially don't feel so guilty. But what I would also say is that parent guilt is a real thing, and so much of gender progress is about equitably sharing both the joys and the burdens of life. And what we see in our reporting is that men feel much more guilty about leaving their kids. This is a generation reared on paternity leave. And the men I interview in the workplace, they feel a real tug to be with their children as well.
But for working moms, your kids turn out okay, do they not?
I mean,
doesn't the study indicate that?
That is what the study indicates. Exactly. It's essentially saying to women, you know, it may hurt to leave your child at home when you're leaving for the workday, but there's no evidence showing that this is actually going to have a deleterious effect on who they become. It may even help them in some ways.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure you do with your fascinating job and the world-changing work that you're doing, but you talk to your kids about what you do, right? I mean, they have this level of respect for moms really doing something that's groundbreaking.
Well, you know, I'm not sure that, you know, one of the funny things about living through the last year of reporting is that, you know,
well, there are certain topics that are not age appropriate.
No, and also little, you know, it was almost a relief for me, to be honest, that little Violet had no idea who Harvey Weinstein was. Your kids can, you know, can almost become an escape because they don't know or care about your work. But I think, yes, it's true that you're teaching them so much about the world.
They do see your awards at home. That they see. That they see, Jodi.
I think she's playing with the Emmys out there, actually, which is your awards.
Well, then we should put, because they're very pointy, those Emmys, so don't let her play with them too much.
Jodi, always good to have you at the table. And Violet's first day at CBS This Morning. Welcome, Violet.